Stropum 78, day 10, and here we have the 10 of coins from Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot. And Atea associated this card with the household or the home, everything that you've accumulated or saved up, your family, things like that. Reversed, it can be fortune or a gamble or an unforeseen occurrence, which I think is really interesting because that relates back to the Wheel of Fortune, another 10 card. And I was reminded today by Ellen at Moomin Tarot. I will tag her because she's a linguist who is looking at Eliphas Levy's notated deck, just trying to decode all of his annotations, and he did make a circle connecting this central group of coins that looks a whole lot like the Wheel of Fortune. And you may have noticed that I don't use numerology, which I think is more common among English tradition readers. I use the division by tens, which is pictured here by Anna Maria Mersucci, and you can see that the different cards are grouped in these two groups of 10. And that's more common among TDM readers. And you'll see that Wheel of Fortune and Judgment 20 are both considered 10 cards because 10 means both completion and a new beginning, and also because in some historical decks, the 10 and the world are switched. I tend to see 1 and 10 in both Judgment or Trumpets and in the world, which here is pictured as a 1 card or 21. So that's just an interesting quirk of mine. But if you were wondering why I associate the cards the way I do, this is it. The detail that I notice here is that this family might be safe in what they've built up, but they are looking out at other possibilities. So there could always be a change on the horizon, which I believe really is the embodiment of the 10. What Paul Hewson has done here with his deck and book, Mystical Origins of the Tarot, is explored the earliest written records we have of tarot reading, which isn't the beginning of tarot reading itself, just the first written records. And this card actually includes a Balinese meaning as well, which we only find for 35 of the cards, but that predates Atea. And we're talking about mid-1700s here. And in that note about the Balinese traditional meanings, this card means money. So I think it's interesting to compare and contrast all these early meanings without necessarily debunking or putting down any of the traditions that anyone follows. So the important thing is to know that there are different traditions out there and finding the one that resonates with you. And for those who've already found a tradition of tarot reading that resonates with them, it's great to stick with that. For people like me who never resonated with the English traditions, it's really nice to have other options out there in the continental traditions. They are, just a deck of playing cards, which happen to be rich in symbolism because of the fifth suit, which was added, borrowing images from allegories of the Renaissance. Like any other divination tool, we can take an everyday object and imbue it with magic and use it for cartomancy or divination purposes. And whatever tradition resonates most with us is what will help us tap into our intuition, or if that's our path, the divine or our ancestors or celestial bodies or whatever it is that helps us to read the cards. Tomorrow we start on the court cards, which I'm really excited about because not only do we continue exploring Atea's meanings, but Hewson also brings in another French tradition, which is super cool. So I look forward to that, and I will see you tomorrow.